come with us on our trip. My sister and mom visited me last summer. It was mom's first time in Europe and I was happy that she could join us in this trip. Our first stop was Prague. We rented a car and drove for 6 hours from Germany. We made a pit stop at Karlovy Vary to refuel our tummies. We found this Asian restaurant with some vegan options for Kev. Arriving in Prague, our first activity was a walking tour of the Old Town, the Jewish Quarter, and Charles Bridge. A walking tour is a great way to see the sights and learn more about the history of the place. Here are some of the spots we saw. The tour ends at the John Lennon Wall just at the end of Charles Bridge. After the tour, we had dinner at this amazing vegan restaurant with some dreamy interiors. The food was great. My most favorite was the noodles. Vegan cracklings with nachos. Broccoli steak, bao burgers, and stir-fried noodles. We kicked off day 2 with a heavy breakfast at this lovely restaurant. Then, we headed to Prague Castle for another walking tour to explore the castle district. The tour started at Queen Anne's Summer Palace, so we got to see some other structures before heading inside castle grounds. We were hoping to witness the change of guards ceremony, but due to some renovation work, this was temporarily stopped. Our tour guide also mentioned that if we were lucky, we would also be able to see Jacques, the president, as he would sometimes be walking around castle grounds. Unfortunately, we also did not get to see him during our tour. After the tour, we tried some kolache, a traditional Czech pastry made of soft sweet dough topped with fillings like poppy seeds or jam. Taking a break from all the walking and the summer heat, we booked a cruise along the Vltava river. It was 2 hours long, so it was enough rest for us.
Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route.
After the cruise, everyone was still tired, so we called it a day after having dinner. The next day, we took a funicular up to Petrin Hill and paid the entrance fee to go up to Petrin Tower. There's an extra charge if you want to take the elevator up to the top. Mom took the elevator and the rest of us took the winding stairs up. It was actually nice going up through the stairs. There's actually another viewing deck in the middle that is only accessible if you take the stairs. Personally, I think it's better than the viewing spot at the top because it was a more open area and has a bigger space.
A few more steps going up. I don't know how many more, but Casey is fighting through it. Just see that. Nice.
Sobrang sarap ng hangin. For lunch, we ate at Maitreya Restaurace. It's the same company who owns Le Calava, which was the restaurant we ate in during the first day. This one has a different theme, but food was still amazing. After lunch, we got some dessert at this cafe below the Cubism Museum. This pastry is called vineček. It's a round-shaped pastry with a hole in the middle and some vanilla custard filling. It was really good. Our last activity in Prague is the Pilsner Urquell beer experience. It's an interactive experience showing you the history of beer in Prague, how Pilsner beer is made, and the different kinds of pour. It was really fun and I didn't expect to like Pilsner beer a lot.
Ang dami sa baba, ate. Oh my gosh! Go Cam! Oh my God, Mom, winner!
At the end of the tour, you get 2 free months of beer per person, and you get to pick which kind of pour you want. On day 4, we left for Vienna, but before that, we had brunch at this lovely cafe in Prague, serving some good vegan food and pastries. It was a 3.5-hour drive from Prague to Vienna. Upon arriving, we checked in our things at our Airbnb and then we headed to Prater for some good old amusement park fun. There is no entrance fee, but you need to pay per ride. It was so fun. There were so many rides to choose from. We didn't choose the extreme rides because we're a bunch of scaredy cats, excluding my boyfriend. The crowd size was quite reasonable considering it was a weekday.
rollerball, no?
Our second day in Vienna, we have 2 tours planned. We visited one of the Belvedere palaces. We booked some tickets for Upper Belvedere to see some of the most iconic paintings such as Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. After, we explored the palace gardens and took some pictures. We then had lunch at this quaint plant-based eatery. The chili con carne was so good. Our next stop was St. Stephen's Cathedral. It's a Roman Catholic church and the city's most important Gothic structure, representing 8 centuries of architectural history. Inside, we lit some candles and said our prayers. As we still had some time before our next tour, we rested a bit inside the volksgarten. Mom was enjoying looking at all the plants and flowers inside. It was quite nice because the trees offered some shade from the summer heat. Our second tour was a visit inside the Austrian Parliament. This tour is free, but you need to reserve a slot in advance. They offer tours in English and in German. This building was closed to the public due to some restoration work, but now they opened it again. It was so beautiful and magnificent inside. Imagine if you're an Austrian politician and this is your office building. The guided tour was really informative and you get to learn about Austria's government system and history. I highly recommend you take this tour if you're interested in politics, history, or architecture. The last stop in the Austria leg of our trip is Hallstatt. It's a small village located on the western shore of Lake Hallstatt. Kev and I have been here during the pandemic and we loved it and we wanted to come back again. This time with my mom and sister. We weren't prepared with the number of tourists that normally come to this place. It was a challenge to find parking and took some time. I suggest you go straight away to parking area 5 if you don't want to wait so long, or go really early in the morning. P5 is the farthest parking spot and is quite a long walk to the village, but there's a swimming area beside it if you want to take a dip in the lake. Hallstatt was still as beautiful as we remembered, just that there are more people now. We were supposed to go on the salt mine tour, but Kevin and I took a long time finding parking that we had to miss it. My mom and sister got to experience it and they just shared with us some videos of the tour.